The following brands have in one way or another contributed to this video. Hello everyone, my name is Max, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be taking a very close look at this Harley Benton Fusion-II. I'll be using my penalty point system, which is explained in details in my other video, but long story short, I'll be checking each and every aspect of the instrument, and every time there's an issue or a problem, it will get a penalty point. The less penalty points it has at the end, the better, alright? But before we get to that, let's listen to what this guitar sounds like in the mix. Brand Harley Benton belongs to Thomann, and there you'll find plenty of different Fusion-II guitars with different modifications, HSH, with 2 humbuckers, and even with Floyd rose and roasted neck. But the one we're looking at in this video is the HSH modification with a maple fingerboard, and its price is €299. There's a link to it in the description below. And even if you don't need this guitar, I would still appreciate you checking that link, because every time it is clicked, it brings happiness and joy to this channel. Okay, here's the box with a huge Harley Benton logo on it. It has a couple of stickers mentioning the model name, which is Harley Benton Fusion-II HSH MN Charcoal Burst. I believe MN stands for maple neck or fretboard. And 446667 is the item number you can use to find this guitar at Thomann. Apparently it also has passed some kind of quality control at the store. Alright, let's open the box and take a look at what's inside. There's no gig bag or anything, which is fine at this price point. There's a plastic bag with some accessories though, and that includes the tremolo arm, a secret bar of mysterious truss rod adjustment, and 3 Allen wrenches. And that's all there is really. So let's get rid of the box, zoom in and unwrap the guitar. A maple fretboard, just as I thought. Beautiful. Alright, let's take a closer look at it. Okay, let's go through the specs real quick. This guitar has a mahogany body. This particular one has 3 pieces glued together. Here's the central piece, flame maple veneer, a very thin layer of maple on top, bolt-on maple neck, and this specific guitar comes with a maple fretboard. The scale is 25.5 inches, the fretboard radius is 12 inches, and here's the neck profile at the 1st and the 12th frets. It is actually very close to the Fender modern C shape, you wouldn't feel any difference. And here's how it compares to some other neck shapes. This guitar has 3 Alnico 5 pickups, 2 humbuckers and 1 single coil with staggered pole pieces, a modern Wilkinson 2-point tremolo, locking tuners, and they are actually not the same height. The guitar is made in Indonesia. This is a Graphtec Tusk XL nut. The truss rod adjustment is at the end of the fretboard, which means there is no hole for it here at the headstock. Here's a string tree for the first 2 strings. The controls include volume, tone, and a 5-way pickup switch, and this is a coil split for both humbuckers. Here's the output connector, and I really like this solution because it works with any angled plug. This is a high gloss finish, and this particular color is called Charcoal Burst, and even though this is just a veneer, it looks very nice and deep. The back of the guitar is black. And even though this looks like binding, it actually isn't, it's just a piece of wood without black paint on it. The back of the neck has satin kind of feel, and the fretboard has a high gloss finish, well, because it's maple. As always, I looked for problems and issues with the finish, but I couldn't find anything worth a penalty point. It's really well done. This guitar has 24 frets, and according to the official specs, they are medium jumbo stainless steel frets. Well, let's check them out. Here's the width and the height. Well, they are really huge, definitely not medium jumbo. I would call them extra jumbo. Medium jumbos are not as tall, so what we have here is somewhere between jumbo and extra jumbo. Here's a piece of standard fret wire that I'm going to use to check the stainless steelness of these frets. It is, of course, softer than steel and shouldn't leave any scratch marks. Yeah, stainless steel confirmed, but it still gets a penalty point for fret size. The fret job on this guitar is really good and very consistent. Fret slots are filled, there are no loose ends or sharp edges, and there is no buzz up to the highest frets. Really good. Let's check how many tools you would need to set up this guitar, not counting the truss rod range, which we actually don't have. We have this bar instead of it, and it does the job. But that can also be done with a 3mm wrench. So we're gonna need a screwdriver. That is one. A 3mm wrench for the studs, a 2mm wrench for saddles, and 1.5mm wrench for the action. And there is a screw on the back that needs a 2.5 wrench, but it's not included, so that's a point. So that's 5 tools altogether, and it has to be 3. 2 extra tools equal 2 penalty points. Let's talk about the tuning stability or instability. This guitar has a flat or a straight headstock, and all strings go through the nut in a straight line. The nut itself is very thin, and this is Graphtec Task XL, so there's very little friction here. The tremolo works fine and goes back to its 0 position. And lock-in tuners definitely help. Notice that you can adjust how tight they are with those screws on the top. Altogether, it stays in tune really well. Of course, not as good as guitars with the Floyd Rose, but it still is noticeably stable. Let's check the weight. 3.3 kilos or 7.3 pounds. At the same time, it is well balanced, there is no neck dive or anything. Okay, let's open this guitar and find out whether it is properly shielded. Oh yeah, it seems so, and there is also an aluminum foil on the back of the cover. Here's a close-up of what's inside. Okay, that looks like proper shielding. And pickup cavities are shielded as well, very good. Here's what different pickup combinations sound like. I will be using amp number 1 for the clean sound, which is Euros of Black Space. And here is how it compares to my American Stratocaster. And for the crunch, it's gonna be amp number 2. And finally, amp number 3, angle iron ball for some high gain stuff. The tone knob doesn't do anything until the very end. Which means a wrong type of pot was used for the tone knob, and that's worth a point. Now listen carefully. I hear noise that should not be there. That's much better. 2 points for that. 1, 2. Okay, let's put it all together. This Harley Benton Fusion-II HSH has got 7 penalty points, which is very good actually, because my guitar that I've built received 15. Out of those 7, 2 noise points can be easily eliminated. But other than that, I can only say positive things about this instrument. I don't know if there's anything out there with this much value for the money. It is a pretty versatile guitar. Harley Benton has really raised the bar quite high with this one, and I'm really looking forward to see what their next flagship is gonna be like. Wow, you've made it to the end of this video, and I'm very happy about that, because first I can say thanks, and second, not many people make it this far. It would be really great to hear back from you in the comments below, not necessarily about the topic of the video, just, you know, say hi, for example. If for some reason you like what I do here on this channel and want to support me, there's Patreon, you'll find the link in the description below, and other than that, subscribe or don't subscribe, whatever you feel like. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video someday soon.